October 2025, opening night. The lights dim at the Crypto.com arena, and as the Los Angeles Lakers take the floor, the crowd isn't just cheering, they're whispering. Luka Doncic, a man who has spent years being teased by Twitter trolls for his doughboy physique, looks different. Not just spent the summer in the gym different, he looks carved. 30 pounds lighter, his jawline is sharp enough to cut glass. His jersey hangs differently. Within minutes, the clip of his first step, notoriously deceptive but now looking lightning fast, goes viral. But the comments aren't about his jumper. They're about a word that has become the most controversial syllable in modern medicine: Ozempic. For years, the NBA's dark secret was the use of PEDs for recovery, HGH to heal a meniscus, or testosterone to survive an 82-game grind. But in 2026, the locker room gossip has shifted. It's no longer about getting bigger, it's about getting smaller. Welcome to the era of the GLP-1 epidemic, a world where superstars are allegedly using miracle weight loss injections to cheat the scale, unknowingly putting their careers and their bodies on a collision course with the medical wall. This isn't just about vanity. This is about the dangerous intersection of elite performance and a pharmaceutical revolution the NBA isn't ready for. To understand how we got here, we have to look at the man who made it cool to talk about it, Charles Barkley. For decades, Barkley was the round mound of rebound. His weight was a running gag on Inside the NBA, a source of playful bullying from Shaquille O'Neal. But in late 2023 and throughout 2024, Barkley underwent a transformation that shocked the sports world. He lost 60, then 70, then nearly 80 pounds. He didn't hide it. He went on national television and credited Mounjaro, a GLP-1 medication similar to Ozempic. He talked about his doctor telling him, "There are a lot of fat young people, but not many fat old people." Barkley's success story was the spark. It humanized the drug. If a Hall of Famer could use it to save his hips and heart, why couldn't an active player use it to save their knees? In 2025, rumors began to swirl. It wasn't just Luka. Fans pointed to veterans whose baby fat vanished overnight. They pointed to centers who suddenly looked like lean forwards. The narrative was simple. Why spend 4 months eating steamed broccoli and doing fasted cardio when you can take a once-a-week shot that turns off your hunger like a light switch? But there's a massive difference between a 60-year-old broadcaster trying to live longer and a 25-year-old elite athlete trying to survive the physical violence of an NBA paint. And that difference is where the danger begins. Let's talk about the science, the part the agents and the source tweets won't tell you. Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro are GLP-1 receptor agonists. They mimic a hormone in your gut that tells your brain you're full. They also slow down gastric emptying, meaning food stays in your stomach longer. For a person with type 2 diabetes or clinical obesity, this is life-saving. For an NBA player, it is a physiological nightmare. The first danger, muscle wasting. In clinical trials, a significant portion of the weight lost on Ozempic isn't just fat, it's lean muscle mass. In the NBA, muscle isn't for show, it's armor. It's the power used to explode for a block and the stability used to land after a dunk. When you lose muscle rapidly, you lose the kinetic chain that protects your ACLs and Achilles tendons. The second danger, the energy gap. An NBA player burns between 3,000 and 5,000 calories on a game day. To perform, they need glycogen, fuel stored in the muscles. But GLP-1s blunt hunger so effectively that players forget to eat. Imagine a fourth quarter in the playoffs. It's 105-105. Your body needs a massive spike of energy to sprint the floor. But because of the medication, your glycogen stores are empty. Your blood sugar is low. You don't just feel tired, your brain slows down. You miss the rotation, you fumble the pass, you hit the wall before the game even starts. The third danger, the dehydration trap. These drugs are notorious for causing gastrointestinal issues, nausea, vomiting, and stomach paralysis. In 2026, we've seen an uptick in unexplained illnesses keeping players out of back-to-backs. Insiders suggest these aren't flu bugs, they're bodies reacting to a medication that makes it impossible to stay hydrated under the extreme heat of NBA arenas. So, if the side effects are so bad, why did everyone think Luka Doncic was the poster boy for the Ozempic epidemic? In 2025, the Luka is on Ozempic threads reached a fever pitch. He had just been traded to the Lakers, and the pressure was at an all-time high. When he showed up looking like a different person, the internet did what it does best. It assumed a shortcut. But the truth, according to Team Luka, was far more grueling. Luka explicitly denied the use of injections in a 2025 interview. He credited a total lifestyle overhaul, intermittent fasting, a 16-8 window where he didn't eat until after his first workout, protein loading, consuming 250 grams of protein a day to keep muscle while losing fat. The deload month, he reportedly took an entire month off of basketball to focus solely on general athleticism, rebuilding his body from the ground up. Luka's stats in the 2025-26 season proved the skeptics wrong. He wasn't just skinny, he was more explosive. His vertical jump increased by 3 inches. His lateral quickness on defense, long his greatest weakness, became a strength. Luka became the anti-Ozempic success story. He showed the league that you can transform, but you have to do it the hard way. If he had used the shortcut, he likely would have ended up like so many other breakout stars who suddenly find themselves on the injury report with chronic fatigue or muscle strains that never seem to heal. While the fans are talking about aesthetics, the governing bodies are talking about ethics. As of January 1, 2026, the World Anti-Doping Agency, or WADA, officially placed semaglutide and tirpazide, the active ingredients in these weight loss drugs, on their monitoring list. They aren't banned substances yet, but they are under the microscope. Why? Because WADA sees 2 potential violations of the spirit of sport. Performance modification, using drugs to reach a weight class or body composition that is unachievable through natural means, and the stacking problem. A terrifying trend has emerged in 2026 where athletes stack GLP-1s with anabolic steroids. The steroids keep the muscle mass high, but the GLP-1s burn the fat. It's a perfect chemical cocktail that creates a superhuman physique at the cost of long-term organ failure. The NBA's drug testing policy is currently in a state of flux. Sources within the NBPA, Players Association, suggest there is a push to keep these drugs legal for therapeutic use. After all, if a player is pre-diabetic, shouldn't they have access to medicine? But where do you draw the line? If a 280-pound center wants to get down to 250 pounds to save his career, is that medical necessity or a competitive advantage? The dangerous secret isn't just about who is taking the shots, it's about the fact that the league currently has no way to regulate it. The NBA has always been a league of extremes. We demand that these men be 7 feet tall but move like ballerinas. We demand they play 82 games at 100% intensity in a world of private jets and 2 a.m. arrivals. In that environment, the weight loss pill is the ultimate temptation. It's the promise of a rookie body with veteran experience. But as we've seen in the early months of 2026, the court doesn't lie. You can trick the scale, you can trick the fans on Instagram, you can even trick the paparazzi, but you cannot trick the physiological demands of a 4-on-5 fast break in the fourth quarter. The truth about the NBA's weight loss secret, it's not that it works too well, it's that it works just well enough to ruin the very thing that makes these athletes special. Music swells, then cuts to black.